In this video, I'm building iconic locations from Battlefront 2. I mean, Fortnite Galactic Battle in LEGO, but in the last video I showed you guys the battle pass, weapons, and took a shot at building this lovely location based on the key art. But now that we've played the new season, let's take on some new locations, items, weapons, and more. And you guessed it, everyone's favorite drop spot this season is AI Vader?
Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
No. Because we're building Starkiller Base, seen on the top right corner of the map, bunkered in the snow, but visible thanks to that eye-catching red banner. To build this, I grabbed 2 base plates and a ton of bricks, because this thing is quite large and in charge. The first thing I noticed were these triangular doors, so to build those, I used inverted slopes and made the first story of the walls, leaving room for a walkway on top. Our first challenge here is going to be to figure out how to make the walls of the tower at an angle. To do this, you could use these 90-degree hinge plates, but when I tried this, there was a gnarly gap and I really did not like the way this looked. So I tried again, using a popular build technique that uses panhandles and studs with holes. This allowed me to place on the tiled plates and achieve a pretty seamless angle that I'm much happier with. Next is the small room up top. I made this into a control tower with a red chair, and this would have been a great place to find higher ranking officers to fight in the game. The next challenge was building up the 2 main structures that jut out from the building. I also placed snot bricks periodically up the wall so that I could plate off the front with a nice design made out of more tiles and grates. Already, this is looking pretty good, but there's 2 bridges up top on this structure, so I built it up even further and added in these smooth beams that add 0 structural integrity and are purely for looks. Now, the most iconic part is that big red banner. I grabbed a bunch of red bricks and a few black plates and stacked 3 rows of bricks to make 3 sections of this large banner. Then I printed out this First Order logo and looks a little large. So I tried again and then cut it into 3 parts to make it appear like there's 3 separate banners. I carefully placed that into the build, and then I noticed there were 2 more banners on the side towers. So I printed out more and attached them to the walls. I also noticed that this place has a lot of zip lines, and that's because of the sheer size and height of this place that makes it hard to traverse without. So I snagged some bricks and a rope element to put together this Lego zip line, as well as a traversing line that goes from the roof. Now to make this look even better, I'm gonna tile off the entire floor with this pattern that kind of looks like snow blew into all the cracks. And after depleting every last light gray tile that I own, this looks amazing. Another item found at this location are jump pads, and I built these using some clips on this web piece and these corner tiles that I had to borrow from this TIE bomber because, say it with me, I needed the parts. Now players can jump into the air to cover more ground.
Do you know what's going on? Blast them!
There's also a bunch of Imperial Crates out front, which are always fun to build, and I made this one using a bunch of 1x2 cheese slopes on these snot bricks and then stacked them up on the build. I think they actually look pretty accurate, and now that this place is up and running, I ordered in a couple of First Order troopers to patrol the grounds. Now for the interior. This place is pretty barren, very sterile, and Imperial, and the entire room is literally just dedicated to stairs. But these Lego stairs actually lead somewhere cool, because I discovered that a Lego TIE Fighter just happens to fit perfectly right here. And now you can climb these stairs and take off in a TIE Fighter after clearing out the base. On the right side, I made a hollow table as a sort of briefing room for Emperor Palpatine as seen in the trailer. Up top, I added in 2 more crates and another jump pad. And now I think this location might be done. But wait, there should be a Reboot van right there. I've built a Reboot van in the past, but this one is better because it's been updated with the new dark gray colorway, a yellow TV in the back, behind the big red button, smoother looking suspension arms, and the new feature, Reboot cards sold here as advertised. Even the top of the van has been updated with these blue spikes, and by placing this into the scene, now I think it's complete, and just in time.
It's them! Blast them!
For Jedi Evie to come looking for her next boss battle. Captain Phasma. She's equipped with the new thermal imploder. These things absolutely rock players. And between all the First Order troopers and Phasma's mythic F11D, she's actually quite easy to take out. Her medallion gives you faster cooldown times on blasters, like this brick-molded E11 or DC-15. But if you don't have custom-molded weapons, you can brick-build these in a number of ways with spare parts that you probably have laying around. The A280 is probably my favorite weapon in the game right now, but what's your favorite blaster? Another item in the game is Slap Juice, and even Slap Splash made with a 2x2 plate and some studs. Now that she's healed up, Eevee takes off in a TIE fighter and spots an Imperial convoy with a troop carrier and a bunch of stormtroopers. She takes them out with ease and tries to steal the troop transport, which doesn't actually work, leading us to another major flaw of the season. How on earth did they not include speeders, or even small walkers like ATRTs? This is a huge missed opportunity, and another reason why we need Battlefront 3. I also wish that you could actually recruit General Grievous instead of just giving him a lightsaber in return for a sniper. I will say though, Fortnite cooked with this in-game skin, giving us the first ever playable Kaleesh warrior appearance from before Grievous got blown into bits and turned into a cyborg. To build him in LEGO, I used a Tusken body, green cape, Reaper's head, Vision's arms, and that toilet paper on Dengar's head. And this makes a perfect custom Kaleesh warrior to add to our Battle Pass skins. You can also make his wheel bike glider by using some of these 1x4 curved tiles. I connected them with double-sided snap bricks and placed on 2 guns on the side. I made a seat with several clips so that you can place Grievous in, clamp him down, and let him fly. Another character now in Fortnite is Jar Jar Binks.
This is very, very bad.
But we're looking for Darth Jar Jar, and the reason we can't find him on the map is because he's in the item shop. To find him in this video though, we're gonna need to visit the Resistance base, which is where the Millennium Falcon is docked. It looks like Yavin 4, but this place is actually Dakar, which was a base that Saw Gerrera used and was later seen in Force Awakens. To build this in LEGO, I built up a sloped hangar bay in dark tan, and another small door which can be seen from this angle. There's a big hill, a couple of satellites, and this cool dark orange flooring. I placed down some tiles in the same pattern using that Geonosis color and light gray. Wait, I thought you said you used all the light gray.
I lied.
I placed in some vines and plants to show the overgrowth of this place, and inside there's a Rebel logo on the wall, this cart with some tools, and a reprogrammed Imperial Gonk droid. On the other side, we have classic navigation screens, some chairs for nobody to sit in, and a strategy table. But man, this would look way better if it were tiled off. Boom! Now for the hill. I placed on these base plates and covered them in grassy green pieces and placed in some small satellites, bushes, and the larger satellite, along with a couple of trees to make this look nice and full of nature. I added in another luggage cart and this crane thing out front to fix stuff. Eevee arrives on site, and Shadowblade Hope and Jonesy tell her about a strange presence that's been lurking. She wanders into the woods and finds this hologram of Emperor Palpatine. Upon examining it, she becomes Sith Eevee. Where's Darth Jar Jar? Just then, this clumsy Gungan falls off the roof.
Don't hurt me, sir. Look at her.
It was him all along. He force pushes her and throws the luggage cart at her, but Eevee throws her lightsaber and breaks his defense, then jumps forward for an attack. Stormtroopers came crawling in and surrounded the place, but Luke's X-Wing came to the rescue, blasting everything in sight. Wait, that's not Luke, it's Mando. Eevee uses Force Lightning and they lock force powers as their strength is equal. She jumps and pulls out her mythic F11, spraying like she's never heard of aim assist, just to throw her lightsaber for the final hit. And boom, Sith Eevee victory royale. I mean, we have to end it with a W, right? And these builds were definitely a W for me. So make sure to like the video and let me know if you're enjoying the Star Wars content, because I've got some more coming soon. But in the meantime, YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy one of these videos being shown to you now.